What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to State 48 Turtle and Tortoise. Today, as you guys saw in the thumbnail and title, we're getting some tortoise enclosures finished up. I already got a bunch of it done the other day with my cousin. Huge shout out to my cousin Tanner. He's always down to help me with projects here in the backyard, including, but not limited to, chicken related stuff. I'm here in my Milwaukee shed, grabbing a couple of items here. I don't know where my drill is, but I'll find that drill here in a minute. But what I've got to do today is finish getting this stuff set up here. You guys haven't seen this on the video yet, or on the channel, because I haven't finished it yet, but I have got these enclosures all set up. This was always in the plans. This is where those yearling albinos have been, but as you can tell, they kind of ate all the grass away, the weeds, the good stuff. So what I did is, with the help of my cousin, we got the rest of these borders set up. They're not meshed in. I'm not terribly worried about it because they're not going to dig a lot, and I'm going to keep an eye on these guys. And once they realize that heat house is super comfortable, when I get the heater set up, they're not going to want to go anywhere else. So dimensions wise, this is about 12 feet by 16. So each one of these enclosures is 12 by 8, which is pretty significant, especially for the quantity of tortoises I have in there. That's a 4 by 16 that in the spring, when babies start hatching, that's what this will be used for. I'll build a top for it, screened in top, and we'll keep baby albinos out here. And that's where they'll raise up, so they can raise up nice and healthy, nice and smooth. But we got these tortoises here. I've got to finish up their heat houses. Actually, this is the first day they're going out here in this side of the enclosure. So they're gonna love these weeds. This is like their favorite weed. It grows like crazy here in Arizona, and it's got high in calcium. It's great. But what I've got to do is finish up these houses here. This was something we just slapped together. Put a hole here and a hole here, so that way I can wire up for heat lamps. And then I need to install some sort of like top over it, so that way the rain and sprinklers won't ruin the wood. But I gotta get those holes drilled, and then I gotta get heaters set on them, and then I've got to get temperatures set up so that way I can keep an eye on the temps in here. This enclosure is empty right now, but there may be a new species coming very soon to this enclosure. But that's enough about that. I gotta show you guys a couple things before we get to drilling those holes. Box turtles are great. I actually, as I've told you guys in the past, had a bunch of box turtles get out because the turd burglar horses over there knocked over the fence several months ago. We found a bunch of them, 2 of them, actually in the far corner of the chicken run over there. I didn't find any in here yet because this area is actually pretty tight. However, I found a box turtle this morning, bright and early, here inside the heat house, right in this corner, full-size female box turtle. So I was pretty stoked about that because they can't get out of their enclosure they're in right now. So that was one of the several that got out several months ago. And I'm glad I found it before winter, before it tucked itself in. It had helped itself to the heated enclosure. So yeah, that was pretty exciting stuff. But what I've got to do right now, show you really quick, because last night, and I know I'm kind of rambling, I hope you guys don't click off the video. What I've got to do is tell you guys, it has been in the 30s. November, it's been in the 30s. The last 2 nights, and we got one more night of it, which is super unnormal. Not normal. But what I did is, I'll show it over here as a better example because this guy didn't come out yet. I packed a bunch of hay down inside this hole, and he hasn't even realized it's daytime yet, probably. Put that there, and I'll pack it back down tonight. I packed the top of the hay to help it keep insulated a little bit with hay. And now that I think about it, I don't know if any of these guys came out yet either. Nope. They still think it's probably nighttime as well, so that's fine. If they don't want to come out today, they don't have to. But these guys here, they get direct sunlight into their burrow. They definitely came out and have been basking all day, as well as those guys that live in that corner burrow underneath there. They've come out, threw some lettuce out if they want to come out. I may pull this hay off for them actually, so they can come out if they would like. I'll move it out of the way. They can know that springtime has come. Set this hay here so I can put it back tomorrow or tonight. But that's the tortoises. It's been really cold. Heat house Stayed at 75 degrees last night. Coldest spot I found in there was 71. Did its job. But I'm getting tired of bringing these guys in every night, hence why we need to get this heated enclosure area set up. I need to put the rim on top, just like that white rim, so that way we don't have to worry about tortoises escaping. But I gotta go to my truck. I've gotta go get more tools that I left in there. I gotta close this so it doesn't get dusty. Kind of pulling like a canned Kenan today. Just bringing you guys along for the journey, you know? I like the way Kenan records his videos, and he kind of just records on the fly, records everything. Not a lot of cuts or edits. So I'm just gonna keep talking to you guys while we do it. The garden's coming in. Finally planted a garden this year. There's my shadow, classic Arizona. Planted a ton of greens to help feed the turtles and tortoises this winter, as well as potentially feed my family. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. We've got to get drill bits. Got a box of screws already over there. I'm just thinking out loud right now what I need to get. Anywho, what do I got? I don't know if you guys see my shirt or not, but if you like turtles, you definitely got to get one because it says I like turtles on the back of it. But here's my truck. And I'm not going to show you guys the back seat because it's atrocious. I don't think there's any better of a word for it than just atrociously dirty. And I don't want you guys to see it. So I'm sorry. You guys don't get to see how dirty my truck is. But I'm going to grab these tools out of here, at least most of them. And then we're going to go walk back over. Got to get my saw, which should be back in that other shed. I've got a couple bags of rigid, well, they used to be rigid tools in there, but I've come to the light and now I've only got Milwaukee tools. Because honestly, I didn't understand why people were so obsessed with them before. I see it now. Tools are bulletproof, and they're bulletproof, and they have like 1,000 different options of tools that you can use. So I've already bought a ton of tools. Unfortunately. So yeah, it's a slippery slope with Milwaukee, that's for sure. But I was gonna show you one other thing. Oh, I gotta show you something in the chicken coop really quick. Don't let me forget. Maybe I'll show you at the end of the video. We got some cool stuff coming over there. If you guys like chickens, if you guys don't care about chickens, I won't ever show them to you again. But gotta be careful where I step. Go get a box of screws. Gotta go get my saw so I can cut this white stuff here. Get that set up. Box of screws real quick. Get the chop saw out because then I can cut a 45-degree angle and make it look a little better. But what I use on this stuff, on the edge boards of this, I'm gonna show you really quick. Just bringing everything over so I'm ready to go. Rock and roll, set the camera up and just go. This is actually extra of the vinyl fencing I have right there, those little slats. I just had a whole bunch of extra because I got it all for free, and so I slapped it on. It looks good. Some of it was kind of warped that I put on, kind of broke. I didn't use the right screws, but it keeps the turtles from being able to climb out. As you can see, they wedge themselves in these corners here. They can't climb up and out because there's a lip. I need to screw that screw back in, but there's a lip, so they can't climb out. That's how I know my box turtles didn't climb out. That one I just found, it was just one of the ones that got out several months ago. So I'm gonna do the same thing around this edge to that corner. We're gonna get that done real quick. I'm gonna get those pieces. But guys, we've got some crazy fun stuff coming on here in the next couple months. We got a lot of stuff going on in the spring. Tortoises are chowing down. Let me grab a couple pieces of this stuff. I know I need, there's a long one. Anywho, got a piece right here. Let's see how long it is. We'll bevel off the corner, 45, and call it a day. Slap it on here. Getting projects done with you guys. And then I should be able to do the rest of that stuff really fast. I'm not even gonna put you on a time lapse, but if you want to be on a time, if you want to fast forward through it, I won't judge you guys at all. But I'm gonna go grab one more long piece of this white stuff, set you guys up, chat your ear off. Albino tortoises are doing freaking great. We've got a lot of exciting things coming in the spring, because guess what? More eggs, more babies, and more enclosures, and more animals. I've got a lot of other species. I haven't posted the video yet, but I got a lot of new baby water turtles. So the reptile room is going to get a major overhaul. You guys haven't seen that room yet, or haven't seen that video. You will though, don't worry. 15, that one's shorter. So that means we're going to put this one on here. So I'll catch you guys in just a minute. Alright, I got that all done. As you can see, this turned out just beautiful. Makes a huge difference. Cleans it all up, dresses it up. I probably won't do it on top of the inside ones, but I gotta cut the holes for the heat lamps. Got all my tools here set up. I'm actually going to use these. I prefer these smaller heat lamps. They're not gigantic by any means, but I run a 120 watt ceramic heat emitter. I don't have one right now. I'm going to order one. And then they have the ceramic top, not plastic. You want this ceramic top because it's not going to melt, or it has a lot less chances of catching on fire. It's just a lot safer. So what I'm going to do, if you guys can imagine, is I'm going to make this hole just big enough on the top where this can hang like that. Be about 12 inches off the ground. And I'm going to put it towards the back. I'm going to have just the top of it sticking out. What I'll do is I'll get some baling wire, and I'll basically tie it up. You guys will see here shortly. I'll get it roughly jerry-rigged in place. Guys, we got big things coming to the channel. This year was a big growth year for me and my tortoises and all that fun stuff. Just getting the battery off my other piece of equipment here. Again, Milwaukee coming to save the day. Put this hole towards the back a little bit more, kind of centered on the middle of this. And I'm putting that hole first because you got to have that hole first for the I can't remember what the name of these tools are called. The jigsaw to go through. And then what we're gonna do is just drill a quick hole. But guys, yeah, this year was a great year. It's a big growth year for State 48 turtle and tortoise. Super duper excited to see what 2025 has in store for us. But see, that's all. I'm gonna show you guys the inverse of it, because I'm not gonna stick it in right now, but that's how far it's gonna go in. The opposite is what's gonna be sticking up, obviously. Not gonna install it right now because I don't have the ceramic heat emitters right now, and I don't have power ran over here. Basically, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna hang on the inside. If you guys live in Arizona and you need help doing a project, hit me up. I'm more than willing to come help you out if you need help put up some winter stuff for your tortoises. I probably spend a lot more time than I should with my tortoise stuff. There we go. Just a random hole, but I probably spend more time on tortoise stuff than I really should, but this is my passion. It truly is my hobby. Precision Garage Works pays the bills, thankfully, but that's my day job. But luckily I've got the tortoises to keep me happy and healthy when I'm outside doing my stuff. But guys, that's pretty much it. Getting these enclosures set up, this is really, really easy. I'm a huge fan, as I always advocate, getting your tortoises outside as soon as you can. When they get outside, they grow great, they grow smooth, obviously if your weather permits. Tortoises just do so much better outside. And setting up a bunch of enclosures. My big problem is I've got space, is just not having enough enclosures set up. So that's why I've got 3 enclosures set up out here, and only one of them is gonna have tortoises in it right now, because I want to have extra enclosures. Next project's going to be like tearing down that shed, almost just the inside of it, tearing everything out, rebuilding everything on the inside, redoing a couple things, and trying to really get that thing dialed in, because I got a bunch of new water turtles you guys haven't seen yet. Shout out to my buddy Al Roach. You're gonna see that video soon. But anywho, that's basically all I've got for you guys today. If you guys want to stick around, definitely come with me. I'm gonna show you guys what we got going on in the chicken run. And then I gotta get those tools put away. Can't forget that. But I'm gonna show you guys the new coop. I've got an old brooder right there. It just looks terrible. The chicken run honestly looks terrible. There's the old coop they slept in every night. But we've got this beast now. Tortoises are hilarious. Got this from my buddy. He bought a property. I had actually 2 of these on it. A smaller cage. It didn't have 2 coops, but this is going to be, I got to get this all set up. We're going to throw a metal roof on it. We're going to actually close off this whole side over here, get a bunch of perches in here and get the tortoises hanging out in here, or the chickens hanging out in here. I already got their water set up. I've been feeding them by hand in here every day because I'm trying to get them used to being in here. And then probably in the next day or 2, I'm going to catch all of them up, get them all cooped up, leave them in here for 2 to 3 weeks, get that other coop completely boarded up so they can't go in there. And hopefully this will be their new abode where they will be laying eggs. Let's take a quick peek. Ooh, we're already getting eggs. Super exciting. They found that this new egg laying area super enticing. Oh, that's hilarious. She was trying to lay an egg. I'm gonna leave her alone. But yeah, that's it. Spring's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have tons of fruit this year. I already bought the netting so that way the freaking birds and chickens don't steal all my fruit this year. Flavor Delight Apium was by far my favorite. If you got the weather for it, grow one, grow some mulberries. But guys, that's it. I'm Hayden with State 48 Troll and Tortoise. If you guys stuck along to this point in the video, I super appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check me out on Instagram. Catch you guys next time. Peace.